So if you could pick anything for SH Monster Arts to do next, what would you do? Or anybody, SH Monster Arts or Bandai or whoever. What are some things you'd really like to
Um,
see?
Let me see. For Monster Arts, I want to see more of the. Actually, I want to see Mega Gearus because
Oh, that would be
we don't
awesome.
have any. We don't really have a good. We're overdue for a Mega Gearus figure because
That's a good one.
she
Yeah.
hasn't. Yeah, she hasn't really seen a lot of figure form. And for Monster Arts, I think she would be perfect for it because she's like an insect, right? So there's a lot of segments, and I
Yeah.
think the Mothra Batra ones came out really great. So I believe seeing a Mega Gearus Monster Arts would be like perfect.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So yeah, I kind of want to see more Millennium stuff because Millennium seems to be shafted a lot. There's a lot of Heisei and Showa fans, but not a lot of Millennium things going
Yeah,
on. I
definitely.
think the only things you'll see are Kiryu, Gaigan, and maybe Final Wars Godzilla, and maybe 2000 Godzilla 2000 pop in there, GMK Godzilla. But like, I think Orga, Mega Gearus, they usually get shafted. Maybe Monster X, Kaiser Ghidorah. We don't really see too much, or maybe even some of like the Final Wars characters, because we didn't really get anything from Banda other than like the main characters. So like if we get like a Final Wars Hedora, because there was like that mini movie that Toho had a few months ago, so that would be pretty cool to have like
Yeah,
a
that would be.
Final Wars Hedora figure. um Either Bandai form, Monster Arts form, X Plus form, any form. I would just love to have a Final Wars Hedora, even though we never really saw him um until like recently. And then I want to have a Final Wars Manda because I've
Man, that'd be
always wanted to
cool.
get one. There's like a good Marmot, but I never got around to it. So having a Final Wars Manda would be pretty nice.
Yeah, that would
What
be cool.
else? Trying to think. But yeah, I think those would probably be like, something I would like to see in the near future because, not too many Millennium figures.
Yeah, those would be really cool. Yeah, I think SH Monster Arts could do a really good Monster X. I think that would be really
Yeah.
cool.
And since they have Final Wars Godzilla, it'll be great because you'll have Gigan and Monster X, um,
Yeah, yeah,
against Godzilla.
that'd be really
And
cool.
yeah, I mean, if they do a whole line like the Final Wars characters, it'll be kind of cool because they never really got to it. I think we only got some Mothras. We got some, the two versions of Gigan. What else did Bandai do? Bandai did do a Monster X and the Kaiser
Hmm.
Ghidorah. So, but I think that was it. There was, no King Seesaw. There was no Ebira, no Hedora, Kamakuras Kamanga. Nope. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and that's the Final Wars is such a fun movie with such a huge cast. I
Yeah.
and that that Mezco set that they're doing for Destroy All Monsters.
Destroy All Monsters. Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping sometime soon they do a
They'll do a
Final
Final
Wars
Wars
set
version.
because
That'll
that
be
would be really
awesome.
cool. Have a bunch of those little mini Final Wars guys running
Yeah.
around to be really
So do
cool.
you have the Mezco ones on order?
I do. Yeah, I have those ones.
Nice.
I think one of them comes out either this month or next month.
Sweet.
So, but it's weird because I think when I pre-ordered them, there was set one, which came out first, and set two, which came out second,
Yep.
and then set one got pushed. So
Oh,
now set two is coming out first,
really?
which is
Oh,
just kind of funny.
that is kind of funny.
Um, but I think that one comes out either this month or next month. So I'm super excited to see
Nice.
those from Mezco. And I know
Yep.
Mezco also has that big Godzilla.
Yeah.
I think it's like $400.
Yeah.
You have that on order? I'm sitting that one out for now,
I
but it's
was
kind of
I was
tempting.
yeah, I was kind of sitting out on it, but then somehow I forget what happened. Like someone convinced me, and I think I bit the bullet. I do have it on pre-order. I think it was Big Bad Toy Store.
Okay.
So I do have that one on order. So I'm curious to see it because we don't have too many like big articulated figures. So this
Yeah.
might be one of those like kind of it might be kind of cool to have like a big and articulated figure because most of the big ones are like the X pluses,
Right.
or these new Omega Beast figures, but they don't have much. They're just like vinyl statues pretty much. So it'll be
Yeah.
nice to have like something big and articulated
And
and like
does that one have
detailed.
does that one have lights and sound too? Am I remembering that
I
right?
believe so. Yep.
I think it might. Yeah. So it definitely looks
Yeah.
pretty cool, but I don't know if I want to pay for what I think it was I
Yeah,
think it's
for
450.
something like that. It is expensive.
but I'll think
and
about
if
that for a little bit.
it depends what you're after, because like for 450, I think at the time this X Plus 89 was around the same price,
Oh wow.
and it's beautiful. Like for 450, like I probably, if I can only choose one, I probably choose the gigantic X Plus. But I haven't seen a Mezco one in person, but I believe the sculpt isn't as impressive as this. But you know, it's different. Like one is articulated, lights, sounds. It's more like, you know, more play value, whereas this is just
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
statue, just kind of static. So it's really up to like the buyer or the, you know, what, or the collector, like what they want.
Yeah, I'll kind of play that one by ear, I guess, and
Yeah,
see if I end up.
I don't think it's sold out. So hopefully, like, you know,
Yeah, I
once
think I
it's
was
getting closer.
I was checking just like I think because I was checking on my Big Bad Toy Store pre-orders to see what might be hitting this month. And yeah, I checked on that, and it was still available a day or two ago. So
Yeah,
um, hopefully it doesn't sell out, and I'll have some time to kind of see people's
think about
reactions
it.
to it and
Yeah,
see if it
make a
seems like something
decision.
worth getting.
Yeah. The one thing that did sell out from Mezco is the Mothra one. That one I forgot to pre-order, so I'm a little bummed. And hopefully they'll make more, because there's like a wait list on the Mezco website, so I joined that.
Oh, I must
Yeah,
have
because
missed that. I didn't even know they were doing a Mothra.
yeah, I think it was the Mothra adult and then the two fairies, and then there's like a box where the fairies are in. The
Oh,
fairies actually don't look that great, but maybe because no one's really did a figure of the fairies, so
yeah.
maybe that's why it got sold out. I don't know.
Yeah, that actually I just recently found out about and bought the Bandai Tokyo SOS set, so the 8-inch
Oh,
Godzilla and the
uh-huh.
Kiryu with the drill hand, and that one has the I think it's yeah, that one has these silly little
Oh,
figures.
nice.
I don't know, and I didn't even know that existed.
Oh yeah, that was like a limited version or something. Because
Yeah,
that's the Kiryu of the damage die.
yeah, he's got like the blacked out eye and the
Yeah,
drill hand, and then Godzilla's got his chest and
yeah.
his
With
spines
the
like a little blue.
spines, yeah, blue. That's a great one.
Yeah, I didn't even know that existed, and then just one of the guys who has a lot of stuff that he'll sometimes put up for sale
Mm-hmm.
kind of came to me and was like, I'm selling this. Do you want it?" And I was like, I didn't even, and that's my favorite design of Godzilla
Yeah,
of all
same. Yeah,
time.
yeah. I like
Um,
that one a lot.
so I was like, oh, of course I want it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's. I think that set that you have, that's one of my favorites. I think I had that one on display for the longest time because I really love it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cool one. He didn't have the box it comes in,
Oh, really?
but
Yeah, the
then
box is cool.
I actually looked it up. I just looked up the set to see if I could figure out what it's worth. And
Yeah.
on eBay, someone is selling just the box.
Oh, really?
So I think it was only like $18 and free
Hey,
shipping.
go for it.
So I
If
might
it's
do
a
that just to have the box to kind of complete the set.
yeah, if it's 18 bucks, hopefully that's not terrible. I mean, that's pretty cool to have the
Yeah,
full
it
thing.
seemed like as long and the box looked like it was in great condition, so I might have to pull the trigger on that one.
Nice.
Yeah, it was definitely
That's
cool.
cool.
But yeah, so
Sweet.
what's your favorite design for Godzilla?
That would be Burning Godzilla, because he's just so cool and powerful, and
Yeah,
I love how he's glowing too. So it's because in all most of the Godzilla movies, like he's just like, you know, just the like charcoal black all the time.
right.
So like having that glowing action was really cool. Like I just fell in love with Burning Godzilla when I saw
Okay,
him.
that's definitely a
And
good
it's a
one.
good, and it's and the Heisei design is really clean. I really like the Heisei design a lot. So
Yeah, yeah, that early mid 90s design is definitely super classic. It's like it's one of my well, I guess especially pre Monsterverse Godzilla, that
mhm.
was like my go-to.
Go to, yeah.
Like just when someone would say Godzilla, that's what would pop into
You
my
come up,
head was
yeah,
kind of that design, the Space Godzilla Destroyer era.
yeah.
So that's definitely. And did you think the MonsterVerse did a good job, kind of paying tribute to the Burning Godzilla with what they did in King of the Monsters?
Overall is all right. I think they over, like, I kind of wish they had more of like the spiral fire breath.
Yeah,
They did the whole atomic blast thing with the Mothra wings. That was kind of clever, right? That was
yeah, that
cool.
was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool. But I think they just kept doing that, like the, you know, like 3 or 4 times before Ghidorah gets obliterated. But I think it would have been cool. Like, he did that burst, and then he spews the
And then done like
spiral
a
fire.
spiral blast. Yeah, that would have
Yeah,
been cool. I didn't even
yeah,
think about that. Yeah, that would have been a cool finisher and two instead of kind of just melting him and
Yeah,
or in that final part when he has the head
yeah,
in
it
the
has
mouth.
the head in the mouth
That would have
instead
been a
of.
cool time to do the
Yeah, so
spiral.
maybe instead of like the typical, or if they kept it the blue, like a spiral blue, that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, that would have been
Yeah,
cool. Hopefully we'll see that sometime soon. Maybe Godzilla, hopefully the MonsterVerse keeps doing well and making
I
more
think
movies
so.
and
Yeah, I think MonsterVerse did a great job to Godzilla. Whether or not, there's like debate over it, but overall, I think the MonsterVerse, definitely brought the franchise out in full force. Because like, ever since I think 2019 was probably like starting to see a lot of stuff trickle down, but Godzilla versus Kong, like ever since that came out, everything's Godzilla everywhere. So
yeah.
MonsterVerse definitely helped. And going back to like how I like the legendary design, I think at first the 2014 design was cool, but I think the 2019 design was like perfect. Like having like the classic spikes, that's
Yeah,
the way to
that made it
go.
so much better because
Yeah. Because I didn't like the feet, like the whole elephant feet. I didn't really like that. The spikes are okay. I mean, it's kind of like if you think about like that's how like I would think like a typical person, like if you don't know Godzilla so well, like you probably draw Godzilla with like just like spikes on his back. But having the classic spikes, like that's the true Godzilla.
yeah, they definitely did some design improvements in the King. And I think, and then I think they did some changes for the Godzilla versus Kong.
Very
I think
little.
they shrunk his head a little bit.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't like that. I kind of wish the head was bigger. Like, that's another thing. Like they keep shrinking Godzilla's head, which I kind of wish they didn't. Like, just leave that alone.
yeah, well, yeah, and I think King of the Monsters has had, like you said, had such a perfect design.
Yeah,
Why mess with it?
yeah.
But I really liked, and they kind of did it. I guess maybe after Godzilla got reawakened by the nuclear bomb
Hmm.
in the middle part of King of the Monsters, he always kind of had the blue glow, like you could see it on his neck and
Yeah,
his eyes and stuff. That always stuck with me as something that was really cool.
that
You
was, yeah, very cool. Very
could see that,
godlike. I
yeah, you
really
could see
like
that
that.
blue glow and just yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah.
So I definitely liked what they did with that. And I think overall the legendary design is really cool. It's different enough that it's not too similar, but it's not
Hmm.
like crazy far off like the
Yeah, yeah.
like the 98 TriStar.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think MonsterVerse did a lot better than what TriStar did. But then again, you had different directors and stuff too, because I think was it Ronald Emmerich, right? Um,
Okay, I think that
those
sounds
those
right.
guys, like I think they didn't even I don't think they even saw a Godzilla movie. Like they didn't really
Really? I didn't
want
know
to do,
that.
yeah, they didn't want to make the movie or something. Like they didn't really like Godzilla. Whereas like Gareth Edwards, I met him in person in London.
Oh wow.
Like he like I was able to attend like the I won the Ultimate Godzilla contest. Then so I was able to meet. They flew me out to London to see the premiere there. So I met Gareth Edwards, and I
Oh
definitely can
wow.
tell he's like a huge fan. So it was really cool. Like he really protected the character. And then I haven't met Michael Dougherty, but from like the interviews and things that I see, I can see like he is like a true like passionate fan, and he really did take it to the next level. Like he was able to bring all the classic monsters.
Yeah.
And funny thing is like those are the monsters that were my first film. Like Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, had Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra,
Oh
and
yeah, that
Godzilla,
is good.
and it
Yeah.
took place in Boston. It was like, oh, this is so perfect.
I know they made the movie for you.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and then
like
even one of
yeah,
my
like the
favorite parts. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, like the Rodan design was amazing. I think the updates on Geeter is pretty cool, and then of course like having Godzilla like more of that classic look, like bigger feet, and then the classic spikes, and like even the fire breath, like it's more like more of the classic fire breath, whereas the 2014 it was kind of like a weaker flame effect.
Yeah, you guys
So I
did.
really
Yeah.
like that more like powerful Godzilla in the 2019 movie. So to me, like 2019 was like perfect. um and even Mothra, like she was different, but that's her sound effects, and also like the cues, the music. Oh, another thing, the music was like
Yeah.
beautiful. Like it was like so great to have the music playing tribute in the newer movies. I wish there's more like the Rodan theme and the Geeter theme could have been squeezed in, but I guess Hollywood had other opinions. But hopefully, like someday, like we can get more of that classic cues into the music. I was a little bummed in Godzilla versus Kong where they took away Godzilla's theme and stuff, but
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I liked so much about King of the Monsters was all the classic the sound effects, but yeah, the music, the
yeah,
soundtrack to that movie was so good.
yeah,
And then doing, redoing the Blue Oyster Cult song was really
yeah,
cool.
yeah. That was awesome.
So I kind of thought with that movie having so much throwback music, I thought we were kind of set. So then,
Uh huh.
so to not hear anything in Godzilla versus Kong was kind of surprising to me. My
Yeah.
first viewing, I was just kind of thinking, where's all the music we had last movie?
I know. Another thing is Godzilla versus Kong was definitely, I feel, more Kong focused. So like if you're like a huge Kong fan, I think it's a great movie. I mean, it's still a good movie, but I personally think King of the Monsters 2019 was better for a Godzilla fan.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. They definitely focused more on Kong, and I guess partially, understandably so, because he's more relatable, I guess, and
Yeah.
had the connection with the human characters.
Yes, like the
Um,
sign language and all.
which I really like. Like I went in there pretty like I've never been a huge Kong fan. I've always
Yeah.
kind of been like, why would you like Kong when you can like Godzilla?
Yeah.
So going into that movie, I kind of didn't care about Kong, but they did such a good job of making you feel like you liked him. Like, and I remember
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the first time when he did that sign language thing, like
Yeah.
I got like I remember getting chills. Like that was so cool. Like,
Yeah.
of course, when he and Godzilla fought, I still wanted him to get his butt kicked, but
Man, speaking of that movie, like I was so afraid, like for my first viewing, like I don't know the ending, right? I was so afraid like they're gonna make, Kong's like underdog, especially in this movie.
yeah,
So I was so afraid they're gonna somehow like make Godzilla lose, but I was so relieved. And I think I had like maybe like a slight tear or something seeing Godzilla win, like triumph as
yeah.
the winner between Godzilla and Kong. Like, oh man.
Yeah, I definitely was really I had maybe too much investment in
Uh-huh.
needing Godzilla to win
To win, yeah.
and being and I was definitely nervous like, oh man, like if they make Godzilla lose, especially if they kill him,
Uh-huh.
like I would just knew I would like it's going to ruin all these movies for
Ruin
me.
it.
I'm going to be so salty.
I know. I
So
think
they
that was the
definitely did it right.
original. I think the original story, Godzilla does get killed by Mecha Godzilla. So I
Really?
think after, yeah, because the movie got delayed, and I think they had some time to like reshoot or like change a few things, and I think they changed it for the better. Because I
Yeah,
don't know if you remember, there was like this Playmates toy leak where there was like these red stuff coming out of Godzilla's back.
I remember
So I
seeing that. Yeah.
so I think they were extracting like that energy for Mecha Godzilla from Godzilla instead of from Hollow Earth. I think they
Oh,
changed that or
interesting.
something. Yeah. Or there was something happening and then Godzilla dies in the end.
Oh, well, I'm definitely
So
definitely glad they didn't do that.
yeah,
I even and I know
same.
the directors come out and said a bunch of times like, if Godzilla hadn't used so much energy blowing a hole in the center of the earth and fighting Kong, he could have beaten and I think the director actually came out and said he could have beaten Mechagodzilla.
Uh-huh. Well,
But
Godzilla was kind of like, not only did he use a lot of energy, he took he was a pretty big fight with Kong, and he got that really nasty tear on his leg from
yeah,
the axe. So he's already like beat up. So
yeah,
it was not a fair fight.
no, definitely not. But
But man, that yeah.
we're just watching that scene. I just definitely, I wish it was a little more fair of a fight. Like
Yeah.
that's just like 5 minutes of Godzilla getting thrown
Getting
around
beat
and
up.
making him look like a chump.
I
So I
know.
definitely wish they let him get a couple more blows in there and do a little
Yeah.
better. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I
overall that movie was definitely solid.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Very good pacing. So it was not really there's not no boring moment in that movie. So one thing I like the 2019 and 2021 a lot because it was paced very well. Whereas
Mhm.
2014 it was kind of cool that Edwards was teasing you, but I think he overdid the teasing.
Yeah,
Like
because
you
he,
never saw like the full fight. Like it's always a little bit of here, a little bit here until you get to the end. It was a little bit too much, like overdone.
yeah, that was definitely. I could have definitely gone for some more Godzilla screen time in that one,
Definitely.
especially because it
Yeah.
was the first time back. That was the first time
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd been able to go see a Godzilla movie in the theaters.
Yeah.
I remember getting my tickets for opening night. That movie, like the second they went on sale, and
Yeah, same
weeks and
here.
weeks and weeks, and then yeah, and I still really liked it, and
Same.
I came out of it all hyped up and thought it was
Yep.
awesome. But yeah, definitely
Yeah.
thinking back on it, I definitely would not have hurt to see Godzilla in it more.
Yeah. Definitely. Yep. Yeah, one other thing for like the Godzilla versus Kong battle, like with Mecha Godzilla, I kind of wish like, like you said, like Godzilla had more action in there. Maybe like in the end when Kong like I think when he powers up Kong's axe, like maybe in the end, like one thing I really kind of wish happened was Kong rips out the Mecha Godzilla's head, and then he thinks he wins, but maybe like the body of Mechagodzilla is still functioning, and then like knocks him over, and then Godzilla fries
Oh,
Mechagodzilla with
that would have
his
been cool. It's
fiber.
like blows a hole right through him or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, 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 yeah. I think that would have been a nice ending, because then it would be more of like a fair, like Kong wins and then Godzilla wins, so everybody wins.
Yeah, that would have been, and it would have been a cool throwback to, because what that happened in, what was it, Terra Mecha Godzilla, where
Yep, you
Godzilla
take the
rips his
head
head off and
off.
he thinks he's
Yeah.
won, and then he keeps fighting without his
Yep,
head.
exactly. So that's why I wished they did that.
Yeah, that would have been a fun little throwback too. Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
idea. I didn't think of that about that. Yeah, but yeah, I
yeah,
definitely do wish, Mecha Godzilla's Godzilla's enemy, and
yeah.
I wish Godzilla got the finishing blow. And I guess he powered up Kong's axe, which ended up leading to the finishing blow. But I definitely wish he kind of gotten the final say in that fight, just because it's Mecha Godzilla's like,
I know.
if not the most classic, the second most classic
Yep.
Godzilla opponent.
Yeah.
So it would have been nice to see Godzilla actually be able to finish that fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, yep.
Yeah. So what the last couple things I just wanted to kind of run through is like, what would be your favorite movie, and do you have a least favorite?
Favorite movie. So I'm a little biased because I really love Burning Godzilla, so Godzilla versus Destroyer. But a couple favorites of mine would be like Destroy All Monsters, Gear the Three-Headed Monster, because that's like the one that introduced me to it. I also like GMK a lot, and also
Yeah.
Godzilla against Mecha Godzilla, 2002. And both Kiryu movies were great. The Gigan
Mm-hmm.
movie was fun, and what else? 93 Mechagodzilla. That movie was great. I really liked that movie a lot.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. I think those are solid ones. Top picks for me.
Yeah,
But
those are all
least
super good
least
ones.
least favorite, probably the Sea Monster.
Sea Monster. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ebira movie was not, there's a lot of like following people around an island and people getting captured. Not really, I didn't really care for that so much. The Son of Godzilla one was okay, similar, a little bit similar, and maybe Godzilla's Revenge. Like those ones were, didn't really
Yeah.
catch, didn't really like catch me as a kid.
Yeah. I'm on a pretty similar page with you. I think my favorite Godzilla movie is probably, I really like King of the Monsters. The new one is
Yep,
really good. It's hard to
yep,
hate that one with such a big budget and awesome.
yeah,
But the Tokyo SOS and Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, I
yeah.
almost
Those are
consider those one
solid.
movie.
Yeah,
So that's
they're
that
the
one's
back
really
to
good.
back.
Along with that being my favorite suit design for
Yep.
Godzilla, those ones are good. I really like Final Wars because that was actually one of the first movies I ever saw. Like when I went back to look up Godzilla movies, I
Oh,
found that one on. Have you ever seen the movie streaming site Crackle?
yes, yes,
It was
yep.
on Crackle for a while,
Okay.
so I watched it there, and
Oh,
I really liked it
nice.
just because there was so much going on and so many monsters. So that one's always kind of stuck with me as a favorite too.
Yeah,
And then that suit design's awesome also.
yeah.
And then yeah, Son of Godzilla might be my least favorite, and I think it's also probably my least favorite suit.
Oh, okay. The
Because I think
daddy
that's the one where he's
Godzilla.
got like the big goofy like brow. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
is that.
It's in the memorial, the 50th one. Yeah.
I think it's this
This
one,
one.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not horrible, but it
To
probably.
me, that's definitely like the daddy Godzilla. Like it definitely looks like the
Yeah,
father figure somehow. Like
yeah. So he's just a little too goofy, and
yeah.
and I don't know. I don't hate it, but it's probably the one I like the least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'll let you probably get going. I really wanted to
Cool.
thank you for taking the time and coming on this and giving it a shot and just kind of seeing, and I mean, it ended up being
Sweet.
a lot of fun. It's
Yeah, lots
super fun
to chat
chatting
about.
Godzilla
We
with you.
can
We'll
all we
definitely.
can chat all night probably.
I know we probably could. We'll definitely have to do it again. I'd love
Sounds
to
great.
sit down and have you on again.
Awesome.
So everybody who doesn't remember can find you on the Luminous YouTube channel,
Yep.
as well as your own channel, G Forever.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Well, I'll
Sweet.
definitely I'll link those ones down there. I assume anyone that's watching this is probably already knows about at least knows about the Luminous channel.
Yeah.
That one's probably one of the bigger Godzilla.
Yep.
Oh, and real quick, tell me about. I think I saw you saying something, and we can. I think I saw you saying something about you guys are doing something, like TV wise, Godzilla.
Oh,
news?
that's right. Yeah, so we recently, so I flew out to Los Angeles and met with like that was when I was at the Godzilla's birthday party, and met with this team, Creative World. So they do like a like this TV broadcasting, I believe primarily for Japanese audiences. It's like a local channel in Los Angeles, and they broadcast it. I believe they broadcast it not only in Los Angeles but to Japan, Brazil, and Vietnam, and maybe a few other places. And they asked if we would like to join, one of their segments. So we have the Godzilla alert on their channel. It's usually the last, like close to the last part of the episode. So every Sunday we are on 6 p.m. on channel 44. KXLA, I believe is the channel. I might have to double check on my Facebook page. But yeah, they're there, and then on YouTube they usually have the archive videos posted a week later on Saturdays. So you can probably see our first episode from last week posted, and then our coming episode should be on there as well. So it's pretty cool. Like, we're trying to go international now.
Yeah, so you guys are just talking new
about
news.
Godzilla stuff, just random Godzilla stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. I didn't know it was available already. I'll have to check that out. It sounds really cool.
Yeah. So it's mainly like just we're gonna try to do more interviews, and at the moment we're just kind of posting some of our like condensed videos from the channel onto their TV versions. And we get subtitles, so kind of cool. So we have official subtitles in Japanese.
That's really fun. That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully that'll get the Godzilla awareness out there, so we'll have more and more new generations of fans and collectors.
Yeah, that sounds super awesome. We'll definitely have to check that one out also. Well, once again, wanted to super thank you, G Forever, for joining us on this first episode, just kind of trying out the waters of this Godzilla podcast vlog type thing. So huge thanks for taking the time.
My pleasure.
Check out their YouTube channel, and stay tuned on this one for more, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
All right. See you guys.
All right, so let me see if I can figure out how to stop recording this thing.